Good evening, everybody, in my crime family, my beautiful crime family. This is Once Upon a Crime Time, and I'm your host, Tommy Jude. And yeah, we're going to go over some things about what we've been working on a little bit. Cynthia is going to be part of this, I do believe. And I got to say some highs. Last time I forgot to say my highs. Hi, Grammy H, and one made one made nut. That one cracks me up. Doodlebug fart. There's another one. Hi, Wendy. T, Missy Moo, Mama. Strange suspicion. Good to see you, girl. I hope you got my email and everything. I don't know if I was any help or not. Probably not. Wendy, Doc, Terry, Sherry, Yen, Rach, my girl. Good to see you. Lisa, Deborah, Michelle, Latina, Kathleen, my girl, good to see you. Aunt Claire, good to see you. Rondi, SJ, Sandy Toes, Bianca, good to see you, girl. Okay, and there's more way up there, I do believe. Rita. Anyway, hello to everybody, and I hope everybody had a fine day. And there's Cynthia. Hi, Cynthia, and Peaches. Cynthia, I sent you an email with the link. You might want to check that out, or I can send it to you. Tell me which way you would rather do it. I can send it to you right over here, too. Actually, maybe we can get... somebody's supposed to be showing up here today to get on panel 2. You know who it is. And I hope they show up. And maybe we can get Strange Suspicion to take a peek up here. Hey, Nacho, how you doing? You're good to see you. Oh, did you? Strange. Yeah, I've been swamped today with stuff. So I watched the big thing that, in my opinion, was stupid as fuck or whatever. But yeah, I watched the demolition, and then I've been pretty busy all day. So I'll get to it though. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Anyway, yeah, it was actually strange. I actually shed a tear on that one. Yeah, because I mean, been working hard on this shit for a long time, and I've had dreams of that house. So yeah, it was. Hi, Canadian cat lady. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm kind of just doing it by the seat of my pants here. I'd like to have Cynthia come up. Cynthia, do you want the link out on the deal here, or I can do it that way too? I gotta wait for my chat to come up here. So what do you all think of what happened today? What is your opinions on this matter? Cynthia, there's the link. Yeah, I'd like to know some opinions today. Disgusting, I know. Yeah. Geez, that's everybody's word they're using. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, I'll read it and stuff and go over it with everybody. I want to talk a little bit about last night's show too. It got a lot of response, some good, some not good. But I want people to know, I leave it up to people to make up their own minds. My crime family knows that. I'll state my opinions here and there. Do I agree with everything on that video last night that she said? No, I don't. I disagree with who she thinks was the dumpster dude. There's other things too that I don't agree with, but there's some things in that video that needed to be shown and need to be investigated and need to be looked at just a little bit closer. And I thought it needed to be put out. Some people got offended by that or something. I don't know. But anyway, so I thought I'd run it. And, I always leave it up to whoever's watching this live stream or the video. I leave it up to them. It's up to you to what you think. Everybody's has a right to their opinion, and so I leave it up to everybody. Oh, hey, there you are, Cynthia. You made it. Let's see if are you there, Cynthia?
Hi. Yes.
There you are. Yeah, there you are. You made it. You got blocked or something, huh?
Hi. Hello.
Yeah, you got blocked or something?
No.
Wouldn't allow you in?
No, somehow hold on, there's a lag. I've got to do something first. Here I am. Are we good now?
Yeah, I think make sure you don't have two
right, I shut two YouTube things off.
Right.
So if you can hear me, we're good.
Yep, I can hear you really fine.
I accidentally blocked my camera, so I don't know how that happened, but I've got my mic and my headphones, and
that's fine. Go. Yep, good to go. All right, and I want to welcome Cynthia. She's an investigator and a mod of mine, so it's good to have her up here. I'm still having problems with my nose, so never mind my sniffling. Yeah, it's coming across. She disappeared. We'll see if she comes back. But everybody knows Cynthia. She's one of my mods, and she does some investigations for me. And I'll be right back. All right. Oh, stupid runny nose, man. Okay, well, she isn't back yet. Anyway, another place I want you to check out tonight, and that's Nika. Has anybody been watching her at all with the Delphi case thing and the connection possibly? Oh, wait a minute. So, because it's really good. She's put out the last couple, 2 or 3, and that's actually, somebody really needs to look into that too. And we've been looking at that driver lately, and a lot of people have. Get a Clue's been looking at him, and that's there she is. Okay, you're back.
Good. I'm not touching a thing.
Huh?
I'm not touching a thing.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, here I'll kind of set it up here a little bit, I guess. Cynthia, I'll ask you a couple questions here. You contacted a law firm a while back, correct?
Right.
And what was what'd you all say to him? What was it?
I just explained that we were a group of people who were very concerned about Mr. Koberger's constitutional rights being violated, and that he really, really needed help. And if there was anything that they could do to help, to please contact me. And also that we had videos of what actually happened in the crime, and that then you can take it from that part, because then I had you send them.
Right, yeah, and you contacted me. And
right.
he told me who it was, and I was like flabbergasted of who it was
Mm-hmm.
because they are a huge law firm and very well known.
Yep.
And the one that started the law firm has never lost a case ever in his whole
Never.
career.
Mm-mm. Not in front of
And
a jury.
right, right. So, yeah. So there's been this thing of back and forth with the law firm, correct?
Yes.
And and then me with getting a hold of them and blah blah blah. And so it comes down to you get a letter.
I got that yesterday.
Right. So, and that's what we're going to go over today is this letter. And oh, hey, Elbow's in here too. Good to see you, girl.
Hi, El.
Elements are, yeah, good to see you out and about. And I'm glad you got a phone. So yeah, I'll bring that up. It's already up, so I should be able to present this, and then I'll have you read it, Cynthia. I think since it was addressed to you.
Okay, but I can't get the thing. You're very tiny on my screen, so I don't think I'd be able to see
read
it.
it.
To read it.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And
All
I
right.
don't want to touch anything because I keep booting myself out. So
Right. Okay. Well, and with this letter, it's kind of when you were reading it to me over the phone, I kind of was like, "Oh no!" Right?
Yeah, but keep listening to the end is all I can
Right,
say
and
because
that's what she told me.
yeah.
So there's yeah, I'll read it and see what you guys think here. I redacted. Okay, and I'll get into that in a minute too.
I didn't know whether you wanted to disclose or not, so
Yeah,
I
I
left that up
decided.
to you.
I decided not to. Um, and you know the reasons.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, people, that there is a. Let me see here. There is certain laws that are in place.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to be careful what we're doing here. And if I exposed who they were, would not help the cause at all, and
No,
would not help. It
and
would not help Brian.
could put them in danger.
You're right, and could put them in danger. Right, and so we're
But
not going to.
we have their letterhead. The
Yeah, we
letterhead.
have the letter. Yeah, we have the letterhead and the receipt, and it's all true and factual and everything. So we'll go. I'll read it here if everybody hasn't read it already. Where are you? Okay. Oh God, where are you? I might have to do this over. Did it disappear on me or what the hell?
I can see it on mine, but
Oh, maybe I'll. Yeah, I can see it on mine too, but which is weird because I can't get to where it is.
oh wait, I can read it.
All
I
right.
can see it now. I got on the right page here.
Okay. All right.
Oops. Am I too loud or?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Yep.
It says, regarding Mr. Brian Koberger, dear Reverend Hughes, this letter is being sent as a follow-up to voice messages members of our firm left for you on November 13th and yesterday, December 20th. Our firm is very pleased that you contacted us on behalf of Mr. Brian Koberger. Unfortunately, one of the things that makes the rest of us, makes the lawyer and the rest of us feel badly is that it is impossible to help everybody. Sometimes we feel guilty about that. We want you to know that if we could help Mr. Koberger, we would. But
Oh shit!
is unable to commit to new out-of-state criminal defense representation at this stage of his career, and we would need to be contacted by a family member or personal representative of Mr. Koberger in order to seriously consider our ability to assist with his defense. We wish we could refer you to an attorney in his area, but we haven't anyone in mind. Brian is fortunate to have you and your fellow concerned citizens searching for representation on his behalf, and we wish you all the best moving forward with his endeavor to get justice. And I do believe that the reason that they need a family member or his representative is that they can't contact him. He has to they have to be
Yes.
contacted by him. Otherwise, they call it, I guess, ambulance chasing.
Yeah, and I do think there is rules that they have to follow and all that kind of stuff. And
Right.
I'm sorry about that. I did miss.
Oops.
Yeah, right. That was an oops there. Well, some probably seen it, some probably
Yeah,
did not.
we try.
Yeah,
We do
yeah,
our
we
best.
try. Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting because what we're trying to do here, and who's is let me look out. Is has anybody seen Willie out there by any chance? Pebs?
Yeah, I did.
Willie, where are you? I'm gonna send a link out there if you're out there, Willie.
He was on Dago just a little bit ago.
Oh, and I told him to come here.
Well, then maybe he is here. I don't know if he is or not yet.
All right, I'll see if anybody's seen him. Is he out there, Rach? I don't see him talking. All right, we'll see if he shows up. You know, I don't know about that either. Okay, but I guess the thing is, and the biggest thing is that they cannot contact. We cannot. The family has to contact them.
Right, the
That's
lawyer.
what's going on. And I've been after Willie, and I've sent him like I don't know how many emails explaining, and I don't know if he just doesn't understand. Yes, Pebbles, I am looking for him because he could be, and I've been after him for about a week here. He could be the key to getting, if he knows the family, of getting a hold of the family. Or if, and I'm calling on creators like Get a Clue or Lana. I know you have connects to Ann Taylor. If they were contacted by Ann Taylor, that would be what they need, right, Cynthia? Is that correct?
Right. If Ann Taylor contacted them for an assist, that would be cool. But I'm concerned that if we send it to her, they might, just not use the information at all.
Right.
That's just my opinion, that it might get lost somewhere.
Right. Well, I doubt it would get lost. I think if they had a letter from Ann Taylor, I'm sure they would.
No, I mean that Ann Taylor might lose it. The
Oh,
information.
right. Like if we did it, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it has to be somebody that has connections
To Brian.
To Brian.
Mm-hmm.
And Ann Taylor would be one, or Michael Kohlberger would be another, the family.
Yep,
And that's
the
why I
family.
was trying to get a hold of and trying to explain it to Willie.
Or Miss Massoff, or Jay, his other lawyers.
Right. Any one of them. And I'm calling, I'm calling for, what's going on, Strange? Hold on a second here.
Okay.
Why did Strange get timed out? Are you being naughty, Strange? Yeah, I know. I know he knows the family natural, and he told me he would be here. So I don't know what he's doing over there. And I mean, since I'm
Well,
starting to
that
wonder.
live's over.
What's
Dago's
that?
Dago's show's over.
Oh, yeah. Don't be blocking people or putting people in timeout for puff puff pass. I mean, I puff pass all the time. I don't know. Are we having problems out? I hope I did the right thing with that one mod we're having problems with. Oh, on Cluminati? Oh, all right. Wow. Um,
It's
all
just that
right. Well, see, yeah, go ahead,
this
Cynthia.
lawyer could this law firm, because all of the lawyers in his firm are trained in his um, method, and trust them, and I just believe that they could save his life, literally.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I can't see that if Ann Taylor knew about this or Brian knew about this, I can't see them turning this turning it down.
My only concern would be the financial end of it. They're
Well, they've been known to do pro bono. That's
right.
and you
They do pro bono for people who can't afford it, but the state of Idaho can afford it. And if they jump in with Ann Taylor and that bunch, then they will be paid by the or Ann Taylor. They'll either be paid by Ann Taylor or by the state of Idaho, one of the two, because she's a public
and
defender.
unless they do it pro bono, you know what I mean? Unless they,
Right. And that's
um,
possible, but more possible if they do it for the Coburgers, because the
right,
Coburgers can't afford to pay them.
exactly. And I think that is a very high possibility because they've been known to do that pro bono work
A lot
a
of it.
lot. I mean, that's how that main one got known, famous, was by his pro bono work. Correct?
Yes, he's very, very concerned about human rights and constitutional rights of people and how they're violated by large corporations and companies and
Right.
so forth. And
Yeah,
when
I was
he got Brian off, then of course there's going to be a slew of lawsuits. We know that, against MPD and News Nation, probably a lot of people who have defiled him and done him wrong and
right.
falsely, in my opinion, he was falsely arrested.
Yep. Me too. I believe that too.
So
And I
that's
believe
where
he's
they would make their money.
right, right. And the one that I was to contact or whatever is a partner in that law firm. So
Yeah,
I mean,
14
they're
years.
not looking at this right. 14 years a partner, so they're not looking at this lightly. We
Mm-mm.
just need the family to know to get a
To
hold
call
of them.
them.
To call, yeah, and if they and we'd rather have it on the QT. They call us and get the name and the number of
Right.
the exact lawyer that's looking at this in that firm.
Right. And Tommy,
And
you have that information. I sent that
right,
to you, right? Okay.
yeah. So what we need is either, like, I know Get It Clue said that he's got to in with Ann Taylor and he's got to in with and that Lana does too. And I know those are two creators that supposedly have ins there. Now we can go that, but I wanted to see what Willie, and I'm starting to wonder about him because he doesn't answer any of the questions about him knowing the family, and I don't know. I'm just starting to wonder about that whole situation because he doesn't want to, uh, you
Well,
know,
he said something today about he didn't feel like he could call them because um of something. I can't remember now. But if anybody saw the Dago show, they would know what reason he used.
right. Well, that's what we need is somebody that knows the family or knows Ann Taylor. I mean, this is no joke. This is no joke, people. This is a major law firm. The ones
Mhm.
that were reading along, seen, probably seen the name, um, and it's a major law firm and very well known. And that's the whole thing right there. That's it in a nutshell.
He's considered
And
legendary
yeah, he's considered legendary. All
because
right, he's
no other
considered legendary.
yeah, he's the only lawyer that has ever won all of his cases. Every case he's ever fought in front of a jury, he's won.
For decades.
Oh yeah,
Decades.
because he's going to be 95 in 2
He's
weeks.
going to be 95 years old, and it's still his law firm.
He's retired, but he
Right.
consults with on the
And
cases.
yes, and the person, the lawyer that's looking at this with us,
Is
14
one of his partners.
is
Yeah.
and one of his partners. So they're not taking this lightly.
No, he's the partner in charge of all new cases.
Right. And so
And he's
that,
very
yeah,
interested.
right.
They just
We need someone that knows
can
uh
represent him.
can right and to get the news to either Ann Taylor, Brian, or
Or
Michael Koberger or somebody.
or the other lawyers, Masseth, I don't remember her first name, and Jay, and I don't remember his last name. So
Right. But somebody out there and one of the creators, you have to know, you have to know what uh, how to do this because they cannot contact them.
no, it's considered ambulance chasing, and there's a law against
Right.
it.
They cannot do that.
Solicitation is a
Right.
better word. Solicitation, soliciting a case.
Right. Okay, let me see. Someone's trying to get me to read something here. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh, the okay, yeah, okay, Stellar. The demolition um,
Yeah,
actually made me cry a little.
yeah, yeah.
I'm kind of
Me
an
too.
emotional one. You get so invested into a case, and then they, I don't know, I don't know. I think it's a huge mistake, but it could come back to bite the prosecution too.
Yeah.
Uh, so we'll have to see how it works or it plays out in court. Um, I think for some students, I'm sure it's a relief. Um, but like one of the channels I was watching on it, it's not really on campus. It's off campus. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
Tommy,
think they should have done that at all. Yeah.
may I say something? One of the reasons I chose this attorney, not only because of his reputation, but because he's licensed in District 9, which includes Idaho, Washington, Oregon, I think California, Montana, and Wyoming. So they're licensed. Those lawyers are licensed in all of those states.
Right. Yep. I know that.
Licensed to
Yeah,
practice.
this is a um, very real thing, and that's what we're needing. So if somebody can get a hold of like Lana or get a clue or somebody that if they don't have ends, we need an end for like Ann Taylor to get a hold of me and I'll give them the number right to that lawyer from that firm.
Does anyone
And
know the address of his house? Because we could write to him.
right, we could write Michael.
Michael Koberger. Yep.
We could do that. And I do actually have a letter. I just have to have a couple of little adjustments to make on it. But I do have a letter ready to go
Yeah, because
for him.
I'm not sure that the address I came up with is his actual address, because the phone numbers didn't work. So
Did they Pebbles? They sold their house? Did they? All right. Well, see then the sending a letter. Yeah. See, they're
that's not gonna work.
probably that they're probably. I bet you their lives have been hell.
Yeah, they're
And that's
probably hiding out.
those are victims that people don't even think about. Those are
Mhm.
victims too. Is his family?
Yep.
Can you imagine his family right now and what they're going through, and
Oh,
probably the
God.
threats that they're getting?
Yep.
I mean, Harsh talks about his threat, and people talk about their. And just think of what that family's going through. And then they sold their home. And it looks like, it's like what the, sometimes I wonder, I don't know.
I don't know, maybe we're overstepping, but I had to do something. It's like that one show that's on YouTube says in the very beginning of it, it always quotes, "Evil exists when good men do nothing." And I think it's
Right.
Edmund Berg is the
Yeah,
person
I
who
read
said
that
that.
too. Right.
That's how I felt. I felt like I just can't sit by and not do something.
Right. Yeah, ARAs. Yeah, what we're hoping for is that they see this and they contact me somehow or something, or
Yes,
that get a clue, or Lana who has connects to Ann Taylor. It doesn't have to be the Kohlberger family. It can be the representative of them.
right.
Um, and this is serious as hell. I mean, this is, and I'll tell you what, if they take this case, in my opinion, Brian will walk free.
Yep.
Brian will walk free.
I don't
They've
doubt that
never
for a
lost a
second.
case. Yeah, they never lost a case in
Well,
decades.
the
The
head
main
lawyer. Yeah,
lawyer. Right, right,
he hasn't.
right. But the one that's looking at this is his partner for 14
14
years.
years. Mhm.
So, and he's retired. So, but he's still a consultant.
Yeah, the partner isn't retired, the head lawyer is
Right. Yeah.
of the firm. But he
Okay.
consults with his attorneys on all the cases. I don't know.
Okay.
Do
Let
you
me.
need me for anything else, Tommy? I'm getting anxious.
Are you getting anxious, girl? Okay.
I
Yeah.
just
All right.
I don't like to be the center of attention.
Right. Okay. Yeah. You can step down, girl. All
Okay,
right.
well,
Thank you
thank
very
you
much,
so
Cynthia.
very much.
All
And
right. Yep. Thank
I
you.
want to read some
Thank
of
you.
the chat too. So thank you,
Right.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
and
you.
thank Karen.
Yeah. Yep. All right. AR, you've been in contact with Jay, also Ann, but they are not taking any emails in the past month. Yeah. Somebody needs to get a hold of them. I don't, that's what I'm trying to put out here. We have a lawyer that, the main lawyer has never lost a case in decades. He is legendary in the field, and his law firm is looking at this case, but they cannot contact them. They need to be contacted by the family or a representative of the family. And that's just the way it is. And that's what we're trying to do, is to have somebody that can do this and have them get a hold of me. I will direct them right to the lawyer, right to the phone number, everything. Hey, buddy and Spiffy. Seen you for a while. So that's where we stand on that. Why we're here, like I said, I kind of came in at the seat of my pants here, because I was busy with other stuff today. But we're gonna take a look at a video here that I thought was very interesting. Let me get to it here. This one, I do believe. Yeah, it's one of Nika's from 23 hours ago, and it's only about 7 minutes long. So, but I found this quite interesting, and she's got a new one up that follows this one, uh, or is after this one, and it gets into it even more. But I'm not going to show that one because you guys can go over there and look at that. I don't want to steal like a bunch of views from her. So, but this is very interesting.
Here with your daily neuro nugget. So, before I get started, yes, these are my speculations. These are for entertainment purposes only. If you're a sensitive person, go away and don't harass or go talk to people that we talk about here. This is for us to talk about only. Remember, when I created this YouTube channel, my goal was to talk about things we see that seem off or patterns. And I know I have mentioned before, my ADD brains are sometimes wired a little bit differently or a lot differently. And we tend to spot patterns everywhere. And while I was doing some more of my research on this case, I saw another pattern and I wanted to run it by you guys because I need your input. I love getting your input because, again, we're all just regular people with regular jobs, regular lives, but you guys keep me grounded when I talk about this case because, of course, I'm not a detective. And just because I have multiple degrees, in science and psychology doesn't mean I know anything about anything, not about this stuff. So thank you guys for keeping me grounded and for all your comments. So Eric, the private driver whom I've talked about several times, his father lives in Indiana, per my research, Knox, Indiana. And I'm like, that's interesting. I lived in Indiana also. I know exactly where Knox is. And then I remembered Indiana. Didn't Koberger get pulled over there? I believe Koberger got pulled over in Hancock County, which is far away from Stark County or Knox, Indiana. But then I remembered something else. And if you've been keeping track of the news, you know that there was a horrible unaliving case that took place in Delphi, Indiana. So, Delphi, Indiana is exactly an hour south of Knox. And I thought, that's pretty weird. Again, just patterns I'm noticing. And then, of course, that gets my brain spinning and it gets me thinking, is it possible that Brian was maybe tracking somebody that he saw, maybe a vehicle that he saw leave the area? Is he the informant? Did he maybe see Eric's vehicle leaving and he decided to follow? I don't know. Or did he just happen to get pulled over there? And from Eric's mother, she has posted on her Facebook that he used to go to see his father in Indiana to surprise him for the holidays. So I'm going to assume that that is still what takes place. Eric, if he still maintains a relationship with his father, he's likely the one to drive to Indiana, Knox, Indiana, to visit his father. So again, brain spinning, thinking, is it possible that Eric took that week off after the crime took place and maybe went to Knox?
Okay, what's going on out there? Let me know what's going on. All right, well, that's enough with truth then. She's just do what you need to do, Pebbles. There, they're gone. All right, back to the video. Thanks, Peps.
Knox, Indiana, to visit his father. Is it possible that maybe Eric was visiting his father in Knox, Indiana, when the crimes took place in Delphi? I don't know. But it did give me chills, not that that means anything, when I saw how close Delphi was to Knox. So, could Eric be our guy? It just makes me wonder. I wish I had insight into where Eric was at when the unalivings in Delphi took place. Because it could be a massive coincidence that he happens to have a father who lives in Knox, only an hour away from where the crimes took place. Just like it could be a massive coincidence that he happened to be the last one to see 2 out of the 4 victims alive. So let me know down in the comments, what do you think of that connection? I think it's very odd. It's very, very odd. So again, if you want to watch my videos and my thoughts on Eric and potential motives, I've talked about that before. So go and watch those. This is a short video for the day because I do have to get back to my regular work life now that I'm all healed. You guys take care, and I'm going to be looking forward to the comment section. I understand a lot of people are very upset when I talk about Eric, but from what little I know about criminal psychology, a lot of the times stressful events, such as the birth of a child, can trigger people to lose their stuff and maybe do something they would not normally do. And from my little understanding of criminal psychology, a lot of the times these criminals are not, they're not incels, they're not weirdos lurking in the dark. There are people who tend to have a lot of backing by sometimes powerful people, sometimes police departments, sometimes they are heavily involved in their communities.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, Greg. What the relation is there? She's connecting. Now she's wondering about this connect with the driver, Eric G, because there's a connection to Indiana. And then if you go further, and I'm not going to play the other video because it's too new. When I started this show, it was only like out for 50 minutes or something, and I won't do that to her. So if you want to go to mods, can you put a link out for Anika's page for me, please? If you go to her page and look at the next video after that one, it gets into it a little more detail. But look, because it is very interesting stuff, Greg. It is very interesting. She's like wondering where this private driver was during Delphi, because his father lives in Indiana. And in the next video after this one, she shows how Eric looks like the guy that they did the drawing of. This is who we're looking for. And Anyway, just go look at. She'll explain it better if you go to her page. Nika's Neuro Nuggets. Okay, I'll send out the. I'll send out the link. Just give me a second here. I'm just waiting for this stupid chat to load here. There we are. Oh boy. Is she in here? Leah? Get her out of here. Sorry, people. There's some trolls out there tonight. And Rory warned me about this when I started doing lives, that when I got to a certain amount of subs that I'd start getting the trolls, and that is now happening. Oh, she is back, huh? Okay, I was wondering about that. Okay, who is she? Do I have to go look or what? Okay, we do have something going on, and I had problems with her. She goes, and yeah, but she's not, she wouldn't be. How the fuck? I took her. I banned her from the page. How the hell did she get back in this page? You can go ahead and if she comes back in, guys, just ban her. Just ban her for life. I don't want her back in here. She's causing up problems, and I do believe she was causing. There she is. There, she's gone. I got her. Doesn't that make you want to do lives? Huh? Huh? Strange. All right, I got to send a link out here. Yeah, I banned her for life. I just got done banning her for life, so she's done. Yeah, that's a good idea too. Open mind. Hey, open mind. I did yesterday. I did do your video yesterday, open, and that was a good video, a real good video. There you are. Hey, R, how you doing, buddy?
Tommy, can you hear me okay?
Yep. I bet you people
Good.
don't even know that we were friends like way back in that stupid group, huh?
I bet they don't. That it's been a good while. You and
Right,
we've had connection back and forth for over a year.
Right,
you know?
right. Yep. Yeah, that
But-
group. No, I had to get out of that thing. Oh my God, that was awful.
Oh, I haven't been in that group forever, my friend. As you know,
Yeah,
I
me
started my own. And it's been very peaceful, very laid back. So
Right.
didn't need the headaches.
Right. Who's Ann Dide?
Who's who?
She's backstage here, and I don't know who she is.
I couldn't tell you.
The link was for you, and I'll
Your panel is your panel, my friend. Who you allow up is up to you. But
I don't know her. Otherwise, with what's going on right now, you know, I don't. You probably seen more of what was going on in the chat than I was.
well, to be honest with you, I took a step away for a minute, and I came back, and everybody was saying for me to get up on panel, and then I saw you asking me to get on panel, so I said, "What the heck? Why not?" Tommy and I have never done this. Might as well do it, right?
Might as well do it, right? Right on.
Might as well get up here and have a little bit of fun. And you know what? today is a big day. I mean, I know it really hit a lot of people hard watching that come down, you know, and my wife and I, even kind of while we walked today, we talked about it. And coming from my past, Tommy, I've just never seen anything like it before in my life, you know, and I've been around the criminal side for a long time, and I've never seen a crime scene come down before
Like
trial. I've
either
never
have I.
seen it. I've
No,
never seen it.
it doesn't make any sense. What
Nothing
was that?
about this does.
No, nothing about this whole fucking case. And that's
No.
what makes me wonder. You know, it makes my mind go off into crazy places. You know what I mean? I go down every fucking rabbit hole, and you know what I'm saying.
And you know what? Typically, Tommy, I'm a pretty straightforward, like even keeled mindseted person that just, you know, I take it step by step. And then I start looking at this case and the way the defense and the prosecution is in agreement on everything. I've never seen it where an argument doesn't break out full bore in the courtroom over evidence or, you know, different motions or here. This one's just like patting each other on the butt saying, hey, you know what? You get this win. Next week, you let us get a win and we'll be okay. Don't worry.
That's what it seems like, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've even had it, Tommy, where I was screaming and yelling in the courtroom as a defendant. If my lawyer didn't want to do it, I sure did, you know? So it's like, I can't get my mind around it. I really can't. Everything's sealed. Everything's redacted. And I've never seen that. Nobody ever gave me that chance.
Right. It makes me and that's what gets me down these rabbit holes of, well, what if he isn't an informant, and what if there is a parallel investigation going on, and maybe, you know, because like you said, it's like they're patting each other on the back, and then to tear down the house. I mean, that's the ultimate.
Well,
I don't understand. You heard what it sounded like in there, AR. You heard what it sounded like in there.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about it.
But I mean, like a hollow. I mean, it was just everything was so echoey, and you would think that Ann Taylor would want the jury to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think if I could put my 2 cents in, I feel like Ann Taylor's actually clapping behind closed doors right now saying, haha, if you guys get a hung jury or an innocent, not guilty version here, you guys can't charge anybody else ever with this crime. Never.
Right.
So you better get it right now, or you better just start thinking of what you're going to do for another career, because you just screwed something up right now. And, you know, a lot of people come at me. I get the trolls like you do too, Tommy. So just, kind of shake your head and just say it is what it is.
Yeah,
but
it is what it is.
You know, a lot of people come at me and they're like, dude, you gotta really look at it. They must have this overwhelming confidence in case. Well, if that's the case, they wouldn't be redacting and sealing everything.
Right.
I'm sorry.
You know,
there's nobody out there, Tommy, that's being protected right now. They claim there is. You throw the book at somebody if you think they're guilty. You throw it all out there.
Right.
You know,
and here they supposedly got the guy, they say, right? And
that's what they claim.
That's what they claim, but yet they want to keep everything sealed. And you know, I don't know if you've seen my last I showed that thing I read between Antoine. You remember Antoine, right?
How could you not remember Antoine? I mean, how can he not remember? I haven't seen him in so long. No.
Him and Steve have been going back and forth. And I read
Steve Gonsalves?
Yeah.
Oh God. Almighty. Oh God.
Look at my show last night. You'll see. I do it pretty quick at the beginning. So
yeah. I don't know.
I'm sure you can imagine.
Yeah, I don't need to even try to picture any farther.
Right. But Steve said something interesting though, that there's a couple little things in there that make you go, okay, you know. So yeah, I could probably pull it up here. I could probably find it. Let me see if I can find this.
Steve has literally led me to believe there's more arrests coming. Like I truly, in the back of my head, and I was discussing it on another channel the other night. I went up on panel, and I've been talking with a couple of people, and it to me, and I believe you've been on the same boat as the way I felt for a long time. We know there's more behind all of this, and there are people being looked at, and there are arrests awaiting to be happen. Whether we could pick who that's going to be, we never know. I mean, it could be a whole oddball amount of different people. But
yeah.
But even me being through the system and being around these types of things and these types of people, I just have this gut feeling. It's like there's 3, maybe 4 more arrests that are going to happen. And
That's what I think.
and it's going to shake the world, because if we go all the way back to the beginning, the very first thing, even Ellie and the prosecution said, this case is going to blow your mind and it's going to shock you. Well, they wouldn't have said that.
I've said that. I've repeated that many times over since I've had this channel. That they said something to the effect of there's going to be, by the time this is over, there's going to be many surprises. There's something to that effect. Yeah.
I agree.
Here it is right here. Here it is. Can you see it?
Let me see here. Let me see if I can click out of what I'm at. Yep, I see it now.
Okay, well, this is Anton talking up here, and you can see just a little bit data on people who, Steve, just shut or start speaking like a man, not like a coward. If this is true, you are a down dirty dog. And this is definitely our Anton, we know.
Yeah, no, it definitely is.
And then Steve replies, though, Antoine, relax. I'm advocating for my daughters. Multi-level marketing. Give me a fucking break. I'm a computer scientist who's worked for the top IT firms in the world. Look me up. I've been employed by Microsoft, HP, Dell, VMware, and ESD are just a few. These companies conduct extensive 10-year background checks. Some who work with the Department of Defense security requirements for the Vista Corp job. Don't buy into all the hype. Only one family is consistently fighting for these children every day. You didn't see me sending my son back to UI. We told every media outlet, these kids are not safe.
The one thing I got to give Steve, I do have to give it to him, and trust me, I've been one that has spoken like, hey, dude, you've said far too much and you're speaking circles. You got to slow down. But the one thing that I got to give Steve, and I'll give him props, is he will defend his family. If he feels like something's wrong, like he said, I didn't send my son back to that college. Well, Ethan's family did, with not only one child, but 2, to the same fraternity that many have questions about. Not just in this case. Not just this. Yeah, Tommy, the very first the people that I ever said I had an issue with was that fraternity and members of it. And it's not just because of this case. It's because of prior loss of life before this case.
And that's coming up there pretty quick. And some other stuff, too, that we're digging up on here.
It's very serious. And I've done, as you know, shows in the past where I dug into a few of those things, and I spoke about, the Emma and Demetrius, and I spoke about the frat house and the people that are all involved in really crazy shit. That why all of a sudden is Moscow afraid to talk of? I think Steve, when he made that comment far back where he says, don't make me do it. Don't make me come out and say what you don't want me to say.
Right.
He's looking right at somebody, when he's saying that to the camera, that's right at somebody. When you want to speak
Right.
to someone, you direct it right in the tone of your voice, and you know
Yeah.
somebody took that to heart and said, "Oh shit, here we go." You know,
Yeah.
he's going to
Right.
call me out on this, and they're,
Yeah.
you know,
I
I'm
have
waiting
respect
for
for
it.
him. I've had people come up and say, "Oh, he's involved. Didn't you know he's part of the Christ Church?" And
Yeah.
he's oh, come on.
No,
I'm,
you know,
I don't go down
that
that rabbit hole. I don't.
no, you know what? And I don't even entertain the conversation. I don't go
Right.
there. I
Right.
don't.
I
There's
don't
so
go
many
there. Yeah.
different. There's so many different ways this case could go, and we all have our feelings, and we all have our our opinions. And I've disagreed, as you know, with some opinions that have been expressed. I've disagreed with what
Oh yeah.
people have said
Yep.
would be evidence. But you know what? It's fair game because people have done the very same to me and said, "Come on, AR, what are you talking about?" And it's okay. That's fine. It's called opinion. It's called the way we
Yeah, well,
see
and we're
things.
allowed to have that. We're allowed to have that. I'm allowed to have mine. You're allowed to have yours. Sometimes we've had disagreements, like even in the group. I remember us having disagreements, but we've
Yeah,
always
but we never
respected each
hated.
other.
We've never hated on each other.
Never,
We
never, never,
we were
never.
we were man enough to say, "Hey, you know, like me saying to you, Tommy, I just don't agree with that." And you said, "Well, Albert,
Right.
that's the way I feel. It is what it is." Okay,
Is
well,
yeah.
cool.
We move.
We shake hands and we move
Right.
forward. We don't
Yeah.
we don't need to disrespect anything either one of us has to say. All we're
Right.
doing is trying to find the same thing, justice. That's it.
Justice, exactly. And again,
I just
people,
want
A&R and I go back a long ways. Before he had a channel and before I had a channel, we were into this
yeah.
group, and so we've known each other for quite a while. So yeah,
We've had a
so
lot of conversations. We've talked in
yeah, we
many of
did.
things,
Yeah,
and we've always had a high level of respect. If I saw someone disrespecting you or vice versa towards,
yeah.
whatever it
We
might
always stuck
be,
up for each other, right?
we did.
Yeah,
And that's what it's
yep,
about because opinions are opinions. And that doesn't mean we disrespect or hate each other. There's no reason that we have to agree, and there's no reason why we have to disagree. It just is what it
right,
is,
right.
But
Say mods, can you make sure that you put some links out for AR's page and any other creators out there like Strange Suspicious? Strange, you want to come up here too?
yeah,
She'd be a
have
good
her
one to
come
have.
up.
Yeah,
She's a doll. I would like her
yeah,
to
I
come
love
up.
her.
I really
Yeah,
would.
and I love her channel. I really do. I really like her
I do
channel.
too. I just put out a shout out for her on mine. I'm really proud of Pia. I'm really proud of her. She's really growing. She's doing some great
She is.
things.
She's doing really well. Right.
I'm
Let me
excited
just
for her.
load up here. I don't, and this Debbie or whoever it was that right. Whoever I took out of the coming up here, I left that link for AR. I'm not sure what what's your name is out in chat and stuff. Oh, you got to start doing lives, buddy.
You know what?
There
I'm
you go,
going
Strange.
live. I'm going later this evening. My wife and I are going to do some. I've done a few, and you know what? I've kind of hesitated back because, Tommy, let me tell you, the hatred out there. I can
You
handle
don't
it.
have to tell me, dude.
Yeah, no, I can handle 90% of it because my past has built me to be able to handle it.
Right.
But that
Yeah, I've been too.
10%,
It can get to
that
you.
10% of losing my temper and having no patience, and what people don't realize is that doesn't affect anybody on YouTube. It affects my wife. When I lose my, let's say, scruples, my wife is the one that has to deal with it. You know what I mean? And that's not
Right.
fair. But we're gonna dive in. I'm gonna do more lives. I'm learning what that block button is all about, and just you know what, if you want to troll,
you
troll.
got it.
I
Yeah.
just won't even pay attention anymore. I don't care, But
Right.
people are not gonna shut down. For a minute, Tommy, I hate to even say it. I got almost like shy to use my own voice. I backed up for a minute, And I was like, oh, I'm just going to respect everybody. I'm going to be nice, blah, blah. No, you know what? I got to say what I got to say. And if I have to defend
Right.
myself or
Yeah.
defend other people, I might not come across as nice as what people want me to be. You know, I'm
Yeah, that
sorry, but
happens too.
I'm not
That
going
was
to
like
be a
when
coward.
Yeah,
You
when
know?
Detective John came in here, that was fucking funny as hell, dude.
Yeah, well, thankfully, I haven't had him on. Well, he's come into like the comments on my channel. He
Right.
hasn't actually come into a live or anything, and I think that's because my wife has been involved in my life, so maybe he just had a little more like I'm going to be
Probably scared of
careful.
your wife.
Yeah, my wife has a good voice to her, so there's probably
Oh,
that
okay,
chance,
gotcha.
you know.
Right.
But
Well, I didn't know you were
you know,
driving straight.
yeah, well, she needs to drive carefully, I guess.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but you
That's
know what? I don't even discuss other creators now in a negative way. If I have a negative
No, I
feeling,
don't either.
I just don't even say anything. Like if I have a negative feeling, I don't pay you any attention. I move on and I go do something
Right.
else. You know, and there's some great content creators out here, Tommy,
Oh, there
and
is. Yeah.
you know, and every single one of us has a different view, a different opinion, and that's what makes it so much fun and allows people like who's in
Yeah,
your
it does.
chat and who's in your channel now, they get to mingle with all of us and get a little bit of everything we all have to say, and
And get
that's
to
great.
learn who we are, and I think that's a big part of each person's channel and each person's personalities. People get to know each other a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And when you have people with different ideas, that's how people learn. If
Right.
everybody had the same, it would be boring.
I agree. I agree. If we all got along, you know, and I'm not gonna lie, I went on Gary Hughes investigates.
Oh my
Like
God, are you serious?
I don't remember when I did it. It must have been not long ago. Maybe a couple months ago. I got blocked within like 2 minutes.
Did you really?
I
Are you
I
serious?
got I got booted off a panel and blocked within all of like 2 minutes.
Oh wow.
Because I told
can
him,
do that.
well, he started going off on, you know, he couldn't continue to do this because his people weren't giving him enough money and donations and blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, really? That's what it's all about to you? Like, I don't. You go out and you do your thing not for the money, but you do it because you love it. That's what I would think. But
Right.
whatever.
Right.
Like I was literally gone and I was still talking into my headset, not knowing I had been blocked.
Oh
Oh
wow.
well,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
It, you
Yeah.
know, it was what it was. But
Well,
so
it must have been.
I
I bet you it was kind of fun, even if it lasted 2 minutes. I bet you it was kind of fun.
it
How about
actually
that?
was because we were nowhere on the same page for 2
Oh, I
minutes.
bet you weren't. I bet
Yeah,
you weren't.
we were nowhere on the same page. 2 minutes
Right.
worth of, man, we don't get along. Let me tell you.
Right. Here, let me read you the rest of what or where am I here? Not that. Where am I at here? Again, like can't get myself there.
Take your
Why?
time. We're in no rush. I'm gonna say hi to a couple in your
Yeah, you
in
go
your
right
chat
ahead there,
section.
buddy. Yeah.
Pebbles, I see you, sweetheart. Appreciate everything that you always have said to me. Yep, that's probably something you would do, Pebbles. From what I do know of you, you probably would do that as well.
Yeah, she's
Cryptic,
like a main mod of
Cryptic,
mine.
I
Right?
agree with you. Tommy definitely does love his stuff and he does love his community. I will absolutely agree with you. It's not my first time in here, but it's my first time getting up and yammer yammering
Yeah,
with
first
him.
time
So
you're on panel, right? Here, I'll read real quick what Antoine said back to him now after Steve said that, right? So here's
perfect.
Antoine. I just want to speak the truth. I feel connected to these kids. I'm not trying to bust your balls. I have a daughter myself. BK is innocent. Either the cops did this or them frat kids. Speak against LE. They are framing an innocent man. I thought that, I thought it was very telling, though, of Steve's last statement there. We told every media that these kids are not safe.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he has an inkling inside of him that there's more to this, and I'll tell you, the opposite side of where he's having a problem is he's having to deal with that wife that runs the show.
Oh my God. Yeah,
I'm telling you right now, this
he needs to take the pants off of her.
Well, when we see the other daughter that came out of the woodworks, and look, I'm not trying to talk about anybody's personal family life because I've had the struggles of my own, being adopted and all of that too. I 100% understand, but I'm telling you, just by what I feel like I've gotten to know from Steve through what I've seen, he would still be talking and taking care of that young lady if it wasn't for this new wife. That's just my opinion.
Say that again. Say that once again.
Okay.
You wouldn't want.
You know the daughter that came out and did the TikTok or whatever that says she can never.
Samantha.
Okay.
Samantha, was it or something?
Samantha or whatever that might be. From what I see of Steve and what I garner with the way he loves his children, if it was not for Christy,
exactly, I felt
Steve would 100% still have a relationship with that young.
Yep, I agree,
it may
100%.
not be. It may not be the perfect relationship. Might not be perfect.
He would have,
but he would have intermingling and conversation and do what he could to help that young lady. I just feel that way.
I agree. I agree with the Cryptic there. It is sad. It's very sad.
It is. Yeah, it really. Yeah. I grew up in foster care and then I was adopted, so I get it because even now, like I've told many, I've done a lot of damage to my own family relationships, but I myself have withdrawn and not reached out because I know the harm it could do. This young lady is literally wanting to have a father relationship.
Right. Michelle's. Oh, she cracks me up sometimes. She had a response. In your chat? Yeah, she's in there. She said, I think she's saying this to you. The wife that runs the show, ?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, what? How disrespectful. God damn right the wife should run the show.
Well, I'm going to speak up and say my wife 95% runs the show in our house, but she does allow me to still be a man, and if I want to talk to somebody, she's not going to shut that down. Now, she is going to stay.
I mean, that's what gets to me. That's what gets to me. That's his fucking daughter. How dare her, dude? I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if anybody disagrees with me out there, but how dare her fucking hold back Steve from
my wife would push me. If I had a daughter out there, my wife would push me to take care of my daughter and be a father. Whether she liked the mom or didn't like the mom, whatever it might be, my wife is that type of person would look at me and say, "You better stand up and be a man. Stand up and be a man. Don't, man. Yeah." And she would be a strong woman and say, "Look, I don't like the woman you had that kid with. I'm not ever going to say a word to her, but you're going to be a dad. No matter what it takes, you're going to be a dad."
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I've always been a dad to my kids. I helped raise 3 of them, and I was mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand how someone can control somebody else not to see their own children. I don't understand it. I don't understand.
Now I also have to say on the opposite side of that, and this isn't It's just an odd timing that everybody finds out about that daughter. I mean, if it was any other timing, none of us would even know anything about that, and we wouldn't even have, an opinion to give because it would all be in private. Where now, because
Right.
of this case and everything going on, Steve's entire life is put in the view
Oh,
of
the
everybody.
spotlight. Yep.
Right. And now,
The whole family, really. Yep.
right. And that's actually the perfect time for this young lady who's probably been in the dark for a long time. She utilized that ability to be in the limelight because now it puts all the pressure onto the Gonsalves family. So now they
It
actually
does. Yeah.
have to, you know what I mean? So it's
Right.
really not fair. It's not fair in one sense, it's not fair to the daughter in another sense. It's both ways, but it's just a horrific tragedy that
The
brought
only
it
one
all out.
that's the point I'm getting at. It's not fair to Steve. It's not fair to Samantha. The only one it's fair to, and it's not even fair to the other daughter and stuff. What's her name? Olivia or whatever. The
Right,
only one it's fair to is Christy.
right. Because
And
she's
to
the
me
only
that doesn't
one
make
that
sense.
doesn't. Yeah, and
You know,
I don't know. Like I'm thinking about just how I was as a son when I found my biological family. I had a lot of pain in me too. Like, why did you give me up? Why did you abuse? Blah, blah, blah. But I didn't just drive it home in a big public arena either. You know what I mean? It was more of a private situation. So I could see how it's difficult all the way across the board for
yeah, it's a
everybody.
complex family situation, and there's so many
And it came
complex
out
situations
and
out
it
there.
came out at a horrific time when another one of the children happens to lose her life. It's just it's heartfelt
Right.
pain for everybody. But
Yeah.
then I'm one of the advocates. I look at the other side. I look at the Kobergers and the amount of pain that's
Oh,
going on
yeah.
over there as well.
I can
Because a lot
imagine.
of people on the opposite side of the coin of you and I that all believe, oh, he's guilty, the family's blah, blah, they don't realize how torn apart that entire family is, what they're going through, the fires being set in their backyard all the time. They can't even go to the grocery store. I mean, come on. At least
Right.
the Gonzalez and the Ethan's family and Xanda's family, they could still go out in public and go to restaurants and eat and do things. Think of the Kobergers that did absolutely nothing wrong. Even if their son is guilty, that doesn't mean the family's guilty. And they
Right.
can't even go out to
Exactly.
buy simple gallon of milk at the grocery store.
Right.
I mean,
And
come
here
on,
we found out
you know?
tonight they moved, and I wanted to send a letter. Well, now I'm glad I didn't send it yet.
Yeah, no, they don't. They don't live at the home in Pennsylvania anymore.
God
They
dang
don't.
it. Yeah, we need to get a hold of this. Afterwards, in backstage, I'll show you what we got or who it is and
Well, I'm
everything.
I'm gonna give you a little heads up. I do know this for a fact. If you make the letter out to them and make it deliverable to Ann Taylor, just put their name first. Deliverable Ann Taylor. Send it to the public defender's office. They reroute it to his parents. I don't
Say
know if
that
you know that
again.
or not.
No,
Okay.
I don't. Say that again.
Put Brian Koberger's parents' name as addressee on the envelope. That's who you're mailing it to, right?
All right.
Okay. You want to send a letter to his parents, Michael Koberger. Then
All right.
what you do, you right below that, you write deliverable Ann Taylor with the public defender's office address. It goes to the public defender's office and they are rerouting all mail to his parents.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right.
I,
Well, I suppose it'd
I
be rerouted. It would be forwarded anyway, wouldn't it? Or maybe they
yeah,
stopped
yeah.
the forwarding. They might
No,
have stopped the forwarding from the
no,
mail.
they're not. They're not. Well, at the post office in Pennsylvania,
office.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because the lawyers are actually handling the
Right.
mail at this time.
right.
I don't want to get what you and I could talk more in private about that, because I know some people have reached out to me in regards to that, and I've just
Right.
kind of kept my mouth shut because I have to be careful of what I get involved in and all of that nature as well. But
Yeah.
you and I could talk. We'll talk privately about that, and I could tell you how to get it over to them.
Yeah.
That
I need to.
that way
we
you
need
get
to
that.
I was hoping, like, because I heard that both Get a Clue and Lana have connects that they can talk to Ann Taylor, and they actually answer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
But I
don't
heard
know.
that communications have stopped in the last month or so. But
They have, absolutely. They have. They absolutely have. I
Yeah,
give
I'm
you that
sure.
from personal knowledge. Personal knowledge, they have. So,
All right.
but
Okay.
it's because of the overwhelming. I mean,
I'm
there's
sure.
a lot going on.
I'm sure.
Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah,
going on.
I'm sure. I can't even imagine, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I mean, my emails
Well,
are I can't even keep up with my emails, so I can't even imagine what comes into there. You
I
know,
trust me, Tommy. I
thousands and thousands
100%.
and thousands a day. You know.
I feel you with the emails because I do everything I can to stay on top of everything. I want to be able to talk to
Oh, it's
everybody. I
hard.
want to,
It's not easy.
and it's like, holy cow, I just barely got through 3 days ago, and I've already got 3 more days piled
Days
on
to
top
go.
of
I
it.
know. I
Yeah,
know. You
yeah,
know. Yeah.
yeah.
Rory
I get a
actually, I
lot.
think Rory finally just said I can't. He's at over 10,000 subs. He can't even keep up. I think he finally dropped his email.
Yeah, he might have, but
He just couldn't do it.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you. I've never talked to Rory. I've never reached out to him. He sounds like a great guy. Just
Oh
I
yeah,
know
he is,
how
yeah.
I know how busy he is. I'm sure he understands how busy I've gotten too.
Yeah,
And
he's
it's like,
busy and he's all in love and everything now.
yeah. Well, that's his own fault.
But it's right. But yeah, I told him not to.
Yeah,
But
that's his own fault. He should have learned
right,
the lesson from us. No.
right. But he's been working his ass. It's that time of year for his job, so he's been working his ass. I mean, he won't be doing anything until after the first of the year. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
and you'll meet him when he comes back. I'm sure. You know, if he comes back, geez, that guy.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. I mean, and that's the whole thing. I think everybody needs to take a breath of fresh air every once in a while because it
Oh, no
does
shit.
get overwhelming. It
It
really
does.
gets overwhelming. And content creators as a whole, for us to be able to do what we do, and I'm sure you're much like me, we do a lot of research. We do a lot of
Yeah,
behind the scenes
people don't even
digging into
realize.
things.
People don't realize how many
and
hours we put in. You know what I mean? How
yeah,
many
and
hours
I'm talking to the wife that I'm expanding what I talk about to 6 or 7 cases here soon, and she's like, "AR, you can barely do one. You're literally doing it 20 hours a day. Where are you going to get the hours to do more?" And it's like, well, I have to. We have to do it. And this is how we build, and this is what we do, and this is why we do it. And I try to get just more out there than just talk about true crime. I want people to understand the justice system and what it's like as a defendant, and you got to know all this. And sometimes it gets a little mind-boggling. That we have to take a step back every once in a while, take a deep breath, regroup, rejuvenate, and come back.
Yeah,
and
that's what
it
I've
is.
done that. I do that quite often, actually. I'll take 3-4 days off. I think one time I even took 5 days off. It's just got to do it.
Yep.
Otherwise, you'll go crazy.
Another thing we gotta do, we gotta love the community that loves us, and we gotta overlook the haters that doesn't like us, because if we allow the haters that doesn't like us to affect us, it affects our communities that love us. So I'm learning step by step, and it's hard. It really is hard. So,
yeah, it is. Right. Yeah.
and I'm looking at individuals
I'm looking
within
like
your.
Michelle. I can't even imagine. Michelle, man, how do you do that, man? You must stay up like 23 hours a day. Kind of like me.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's
I,
like popping these things out like every 30 minutes. It's like,
yeah, I can't do that. Like,
I
I
can't
told my
either.
wife, the most I'm doing is 2 videos a day. That's
Yeah, that's
it.
the most I
I'm not
do.
doing more, and it's, yep, strange suspicion. It's teen positivity. I mean, I threw that out there the other day, and I'm glad people are, jumping on board with that, because it
Right.
literally is that. We have to.
Yeah, we need to do that. And I think there's some problems. What's going on out there? There's still some problems. I got rid of the hater dude. Um, is there still some
What are you
problems
talking
going
about
on out there?
in your
In the
chat?
chat. Yeah.
I, you know what? I don't know. I was just looking at the names in your chat with how amazing these people are. I
Oh, they are.
recognize
They're
so.
beautiful people.
I
Yeah.
recognize so many in your chat that's going on here that are a part of my channel, and they are
Oh,
just
when you
amazing.
I started sending them over to you right away, dude. I did.
Yeah, no, they're
Yeah,
amazing. Amazing,
amazing
amazing
people.
individuals in here.
Yeah. I got a good crime family here. And I love
You
the
do.
creators that come in here, and they're kind with me when they post their videos and stuff, and that's what it's about. You know that. I mean,
Yep.
community.
Yep.
And we all been working hard for this, and we all want, like you said, we're all going for the same thing, and that's justice.
And
And
that's really what it is. That's
that's
really
what it
what it
is.
is. One
Yeah.
person I want to actually just mention real quick, because she is such a sweetheart, is Wendy Nelligan. She
I
is
see
one
it
of
right
my
there.
favorites. She is one of my favorites of my channel. I just always so supportive. Just well, I mean, I should say that about everybody in your group here that I'm seeing. I mean, and
Right.
I've had a few disagreements with a couple, but they've been amazing even outside those disagreements. And I'm appreciative of your channel and everybody within it. Whether we agree on certain points, it doesn't matter. You got a great channel and you got great people.
Yeah,
So
and same with
you
you
know,
too, bro. And I love going to watch your chat. I don't always go into chats when I go to. I like to stay in the back. Once in a while, I'll say something, but I like to
I
stay in the
don't
back, watch.
blame
You know
you.
what I'm saying?
I don't blame you. I do
Yeah,
the same thing. I do the same thing.
right,
I rarely, and if I do pop in somebody's live, I'm literally there a couple of minutes. I say hi to some people, and I listen
right,
for a few minutes, and then I kind of move my way. But the
right.
I mean, and there's
Well,
Greg. Greg is amazing.
right. If I start, then I'm stuck there for a while. Then I like jumping around to different channels. You know what I'm saying? And
I agree.
just
And
get
I
stuck.
try not to get into the long-winded conversations.
Oh my god! And my eyes start squinting, and I can't see because
Yeah.
I usually am on my phone, instead of my computer, and it's like, oh my god. I wish I wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, that's how I am. I hook my headphones into my phone so I can walk around, and then I look down and I'm at 12%, power left on my
Right,
phone. I'm like,
right.
shit.
Yeah,
My wife's supposed to call me here in a minute. I might not have enough power to answer.
right. Oh, you're on the
But
phone now? Are you
yeah,
using
I'm
your
with
phone?
you.
Oh, you are.
I
Oh,
am.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, Tommy. I'm the worst when it comes to electronics. I suck.
Oh, yeah.
Like if it comes to a computer or anything like that, yeah, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, whatever. If the wife
Yeah.
isn't around, I'm gone. So,
All right. Yeah. Oh,
but
I'm not too bad at the computer. I've kind of, fell off the last 10 years, but I used to be really good at it. But yeah, they're a different beast.
well,
But
you know what?
they're a lot
I
better
found
than using a phone.
I found out, Tommy, when I sat in a prison cell, they didn't want me to use a computer very often. Like I kept asking them if I could have my laptop, and they wouldn't let me have it.
What? Say that again? Who wouldn't let you have it?
When I
What's
was
that?
in the penitentiary, when I was in
Oh,
prison,
right.
I
Yeah.
kept
Wow.
I kept asking them to bring me my laptop, and they wouldn't do it. I mean, they just said no, no, no.
No, they
You
won't
know,
do that.
you know when I was locked
I've
up, I'll
never
be
been
honest
to
with you.
Penn, but I've been in 7 different county jails. So. But
Yeah,
I've never been
but
to Vigo.
I bet you didn't have a tablet.
Nope.
When
Oh,
you
no,
were
I
in
can't.
jail, you didn't have a
No.
tablet, did you?
Fuck
I
no, man.
I
I had nothing.
I never knew they had that stuff, man. I had a bare cell with a blanket and my uniform, and every once in a while they gave me a Bible that people would tear the pages out of and roll their cigarettes out of.
Right.
You know what I mean? We didn't get
Can
the
you still
luxuries.
smoke in prison? Can you still smoke in prison? Do they let you smoke?
Yeah,
in or what?
yeah. Most
Oh,
states, yeah. They tried to take it out of Arizona, and it turned the place upside
I bet you it
down.
turned ugly. I bet you it turned ugly.
Oh, it was
Actually,
so
you know what?
bad.
I think I remember that.
Yep.
That hit the news. I think that was actually hit the news.
The biggest riot popped off over that. It was the worst.
I think
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah, that's been
yeah.
quite a few
It
years
was.
ago. Right.
I was there. I was there. Unfortunately, it was not a good thing. It was not a good
Right.
thing.
Right.
So but you know, it is what it is. Now we're out here. We're talking true crime. So
All right. Yep. We used to commit the crimes, and now we're talking it.
yeah. But you
Keeping
know
away
what?
from it.
We're better off out here doing this than what we were doing. I'll tell you that now.
Oh yeah,
So,
no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
You know,
Yeah, I haven't been in
yeah.
jail in a long time, and I don't want to go back there at all. Fuck that.
Yeah. It's been a few minutes for me.
Yeah. 2 minutes.
Hopefully I can turn it into years. We'll see. But it's been a few minutes at the moment, so we're all right. But you know, I gotta say, I finally changed the title of my channel from a convict's thoughts to an ex-convict. And I'm gonna be redesigning the logo and everything. But I had to finally, in my mind, come to I'm just not a convict anymore, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm a different
you're
person.
past that. Yeah, you're a different person. I can tell. So, I can tell how much you've grown. Just you know what I mean.
Just even in the past year. Just even in the past year that we've known each other.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And you know, anytime you find a good woman too, that I think that helps a lot too. You know, and I can tell your wife loves you totally, and she backs you 100%, and that has to help you tremendously.
Without it, I couldn't do it. Without it, I couldn't do it. So
yeah.
But you know, she also whoops my butt as often as she can too.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know, so you know, I get it. I get the good love and support, and I also get the ass kicking.
right. You kick
But
his
yeah,
ass there, wifey. You kick his ass.
yeah. And I've told people that have asked me if I didn't have that directional support, I would be doing literally a life sentence. I would never be getting out. I would never be getting out. I just wouldn't. I already know where my mind would be and what I would still be doing. I mean, she's the very person that looked at me and said, "Hey, by the way, if you don't renounce, you don't quit what you're doing, you and I are not moving forward." So you got to make a decision right there, right? And I picked the woman.
Yeah, I would have too. Yeah,
I couldn't keep.
I'm such a sucker for women now, dude. I'm just suckers. I'm a sucker. I just.
Yeah.
my mom used to tell me. This is what my mom used to tell me. She goes, if there was a room full of women, and there was one of them that was the worst for you, that would be the one you would pick.
Yep. And you know what? I did it for years. I did it for years too. But at some point, Tommy, and you and I both know, we get a little wiser and we start obeying what they tell us to do.
Well, yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. And a lot of the ones, you know, I was what they couldn't handle. Either they loved my guitar or they couldn't handle my band life. You know what I'm saying? And the girls that came along with.
You know what
You
though?
know
I
what I'm
gotta say,
saying?
Tommy, I think that could be very difficult. I think that
It
I
is.
can understand. I can understand that. It's almost like the women that like the bad boys, because
Yeah,
even
right.
when you're locked up, there's a certain type of woman that actually likes you when you're locked up. And the ones that are the good catch women, the ones you want to spend the rest of your life with, you either have to clean up and get your life in order or you'll never have a chance. Right? I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
in a band, you're not a bad guy. You're just you're a bad guy. That's really kind of like the bad guy. It's hard to get a good bad guy because all the women want them. So these girls are falling over for you, and for you, it becomes
They did.
well,
Dude, I remember
you know,
having hickeys all over my neck from 5 different women.
yeah,
You know what I mean? That's the way it
I
was.
believe it. You know, and I'm
And
just
it was
lucky that I
awful.
didn't
No,
have.
and then I finally figured that they didn't love me, or they just, it was like they were putting their mark on me, and they loved my guitar more than they loved me. It had nothing to
Yeah,
do with me as a person. That's me growing. You know, that was me growing. But Jesus Christ,
right.
it took a long time to grow.
Trust me,
I
I
don't know.
understand. You know, for a long time, the women that were writing me or interested in me while I was locked up or doing what I was doing, it was because I was almost a protective sense for them because they knew I wouldn't let the abusive men in the door. I was protective. I could fight. I could handle my own.
Right.
So the bad boy image was to scare off, the guys they didn't really want around them because nobody was going to come talk to them at the bar if they were standing next to me covered in prison tattoos. You know what I mean? So it was like almost a protective mold. Now,
Right.
I'm lucky I didn't have 5 sets of hickeys on me from the joint with all the men around me, but, so it was like, but I get it. I get where it would be difficult to pick the right
Yeah.
lady in your circumstance as well.
Well, but
You're also
I,
all over the country. You're traveling. You're not stable in
yep,
one
I'm not doing
place.
that no more. Though I've kind of changed my life. I'm old. I'm 63 years old, so I've done my time in the bands and stuff, and it's just time to mellow out and not push it so hard. And I kind of
Well, now,
got into this. I got into this, and I like doing this. I like my family out there, my crime family.
I think it's good for you, Tommy. I really do. I think it's good for you. I think it's a good, stable support system. It's people
Right.
you can rely on and count on that are there for you, just like they rely and count on you to be there for them, which I believe you're doing a great job. And you know what? I think this is going to extend your lifelong age to where you can live a lot longer and be a lot happier, my man. I'm coming up
Yeah,
on
I don't know
50
about the live.
myself. I'm not
Oh
young
yeah,
as you know.
right. Yeah,
When I say that it extends our lifelong, it doesn't so much mean years, but can you imagine how happy we are on a day-to-day basis that we get to wake up and talk with the individuals that we do and have the support that we do? It makes each day a little more livable and a little more happy.
right. Yeah.
We can get through the trolls a little bit easier with the individuals in our corner than without them.
Right.
It,
Yeah.
it really
Oh
is.
yeah, I like my mods, man. They're the best. They're the fucking best. I love them dearly. I really do. Yeah, we had trouble with one. Here's the way it'll go. One stayed hidden, right? One stayed hidden, and they were coming in and putting people in timeout for 83,000 seconds.
83,000 seconds.
Right. Shit like that. And I didn't know what was going on. And my mods was like, what the hell's going on? Well, they were in here again tonight. Now I banned them for life. And I took them away as being a mod yesterday, or maybe the day before. But they hadn't been in so long, I just kind of forgot about them. and it can only come from a couple of places. We kind of know where it probably came from. But yeah, other channels start attacking you and stuff. It's just a bunch of bullshit, you know.
Trust me, I've been right there with it. Trust me, I've been
Right,
right there.
right. Yeah, it just gets crazy. But my mods are the best. They really are. They keep the chat going, flowing smooth. And my crime family, you know, the base is really good. And by the way, yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed or liked, please do that. And make sure you get to the channel. I think my mods have been leaving links to your channel and
Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated.
yeah, and the other ones.
I'm here. To be honest with you, I'm here in support of your channel, your mods, your community. I'm not. I appreciate you guys putting me out there. It's great, but I'm here for you guys. Today,
Yeah, well,
I'm not here for my channel. I'm here for you guys.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, but I always promote anybody that comes in here. Any
No, I know you do.
I have to. It's a community. It's a community. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So and I watch all of anybody I get up on panel. I've been to their, you know, I watch them.
Right.
You know, and you're one of the main ones I watch.
I don't go on to a ton of panels. I've been on a few. I went on. Man, I went on to that Detective Johnson. I went on there for a reason.
I seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, I went on there for a reason, which, you know, it actually worked. At the end of the day, it actually worked out.
You did really well. You held your cool and you were fine.
Well, there was literally a reason why I was there. A lot of people don't know the exact reason, but behind the scenes there was a reason. And it actually worked. Yeah, no,
don't know how much behind the scenes there is to this job.
Right. You know, and that's like, I'm gonna just point out, say it. One thing that I'm working out in life is to speak respectfully and always have patience, because I've lived the other side of the road, which I know you know, where I can come unglued in a heartbeat, lose it, just
me too.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But you know, the one thing that I know on the YouTube streets, I can't handle this face to face with most people. So how am I going to literally handle it if you can't get out, duke it out, get it out, be done with it, move on? Literally, what are we gonna do? Sit here and talk about it for the next 92 years, right? I mean, we could talk back, forth. It's not worth it to do that. But when you can play a little game that other people and everybody's involved in, and it works out at the end, and we all are in good shape now. Do you realize we're okay? We're not getting talked about right now. Do you realize his whole gamut somewhere else at the moment? His whole focus is on something completely else right now. Have you noticed that?
Sure. Right.
It's somewhere completely other than us, and that's where it needs to be, and that's where it needs to stay. So we're good. We're good.
Check the private chat there too. Yeah, I
agree with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk to you. Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that. No doubt about it. But I don't think people realize that, you know, what it takes to be a creator and to run our YouTube channel. It's pretty nuts. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, there's and even you and I could say at times it overwhelms us.
Right.
You know, and we're the ones actually.
Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, I bet you his phone died. I bet you his phone died. He was talking about it. Okay. Oh, well. Okay, I got to copy an email address here and put that somewhere. Okay. AR, are you still here? Oh, no, he's not here. He's gone. All right. Yeah, I think his phone died, folks. Well, it's been an interesting night. And again, Yeah, I think we might try that, what AR said. But we also want, if any creators have a total in to Ann Taylor or any of the lawyers or to the family, there is a major law firm that they can't contact them. They need to be contacted by the representative of the family or the family. And so their hands are tied, but they can contact me. I will give them all the information. It is a major, major law firm. That's all I can say. Very famous, and we want this to happen. We want this to happen because his chances will go up tremendously if Ann Taylor would just even allow them to help. And they are known for pro bono work when it comes to certain cases. So this is very important that it gets out. Yeah, I hope you get your phone charged. I'm glad I got your email before let me. I gotta put that into a note thing here or something because I don't want to lose it. Let's see. Okay. Well, that's what I'm doing. There we go. And save this. I'll be right there, folks. I just want to okay. There we are. Okay. Anyway, who's all in here still? Ashley. Oh, good to see you, Ashley. Yes, AR, thank you very much for coming up. Get your phone charged. It was really nice having you up here. Again, we've been friends for a long time. Even before I had a channel and before AR had a channel, we were in a group together, and we always stuck by each other because people were always ganging up on us. So it was always AR and a few others against the world. And that's the way it was. So it was good to have him up here. And he's got a good channel. My mods have been posting his links. And Michelle, thank you for being in here. I hope my mods have been putting up your links. And any other oh, there it is. AR. And any other creators, I hope you've been posting their channels up here. Open Mind, I know, is in here. And we ran her video last night. And I thank you very much, Open Mind. That was an excellent video. And to all of you, my beautiful crime family, you know you are the best. You know you are the best. You're the most beautiful family there is out there in crime families. And I guess it's that time of day and time of night. Maybe I'll leave with a different. Well, no, I don't want to get shut down. I got to test that first. And my stupid nose is still running and everything. I hate that. Anyway, until next time, you guys, rock and roll. All right, love you all. I love you dearly. Have a good evening.
see my redhead, mess bed, tear shed, queen bee must squeeze. The stage smells, tells, hells, bells, misspells, knocks me on my knees. It didn't hurt, flirt, blood, squirt, stuff, shirt like me on a tree. After I count down 3 rounds in hell, I'll be in good company. Down low, couldn't go no further. Proud of and disgusted by her. Push on, a little bruised and battered. Oh Lord, I ain't coming home with you. My life's a bit more colder. Damn wife is what I told her. Brass knife sinks to my shoulder. Oh babe, don't know what I'm gonna do. I see my redhead, mess bed, tear shed, queen bee must squeeze. The stage smells, tells, hells, bells, misspells, knocks me on my knees. It didn't hurt, flirt, blood, squirt, stuff, shirt like me on a tree. After I count down 3 rounds in hell, I'll be in good company. In hell, I'll be in good company. In hell, I'll be in good company.
I thought since it's a Saturday night and piano day is tomorrow, I thought it's time to pull out one of the hits. Yep, I have refrained from doing this song for 40 days now. But it's time. I have seen it on many memes. I've seen many people write different lyrics to it. I've seen the jokes, and it's pretty funny because I know everybody kind of wants to come over now, and you can't. Oh, and boy, can you imagine if I was in the situation I was in then? Another wonderful thing that my daughter, when she was about 12 and 13 and was really starting to get brave, and she started to, was starting to really listen to my music, she came to me. She liked the song a lot, and then she kind of listened to it, and she said, "Mom, you're a stalker." I said, yeah. How do you think you got here? That made my wife laugh. Are you ready? The ultimate stalker song. The ultimate song. Now I want y'all to sing it at the top of your lungs, okay? Saturday night, the neighbor's not gonna care. Come on. Because really, you know your neighbors really well now, don't you? So, top of your lungs. The stalkery song of all stalker songs. Here we go. I know you're home. You left your light on. You know I'm here. The night is thin, yeah. I know you're alone. I watch the car leave. Your lover is gone. Let me in. Open your back door. I just need to touch you once more. Oh, I wanna come over. To hell with the consequence. You told me you love me, and that's all I believe. I wanna come over. It's a need I can't explain. To see you again, I wanna come over. Yeah. I know your friend. You told her about me. She filled you with fear. Some kind of sin. Yeah. How can you turn, baby? Denying the fire. Lover, I burn. Let me in. Open your back door. I just need to touch you once more. Oh, I wanna come over. To hell with the consequence. You told me you love me. That's all I believe. I wanna come over. It's a need I can't explain. To see you again, I wanna come over. I know you're confused. I know that you're shaking. You think we'll be lost once we begin. I know you're weak. I know that you want me. Lover, don't speak. Let me in. I wanna come over. To hell with the consequence. You told me you love me. That's all I believe. I wanna come over. It's a need I can't explain. I wanna come over and over and over to see you again. Oh, I wanna come over. Now I know somebody out there in the audience still thinks that the lyrics are "To hell with the concert plans," and they're not. But even when I listen to the recording, I hear concert plans now. I don't know how that happened. Consequence is the word. I would never cancel a concert. Oh, no. I would not even. Nope, not even for that. No. I thought since it's a Saturday night.
Order up. We're good, last call.
I got the magic glasses on. They're lights. Joey, baby, don't get crazy. It's fancy. Must be the glasses.
Order up. We're good, last call.
I got the magic glasses on.